I'm Bernice Denton from Nashville, Tennessee, and I have a company called Bernice Denton Estate Sales and Appraisals. And I have been in business for, I would guess somewhere, I hate to tell it, somewhere around 47 years. And this is my passion. In order to be in this kind of business, you got to love people and you got to like to work. Every day to me is kind of like going on an Easter egg hunt. I don't know what I'm going to find from morning to night. And it's so fun when you tell people that you've got these treasures and that they didn't know. They said, "Oh, we didn't know that that was even going to bring $50," and you tell them it's worth 500 or 5,000. So it's really rewarding and exciting.
You are known
And I
all
love that.
over the Southeast as the estate sale queen, and I know that in Nashville, particularly, everyone knows your name. So some things that you do different from other people when you hold estate sales is what gives you that name. So what are those things?
Well, the first thing I try to do is to treat them like family. When I go in, I try to think, how would I want this to be if this was my home? And I try to give them that kind of reassurance that they don't have to worry about anything, that it'll all be taken care of. If they want to be there the day of the sale, many people tell them not to be there. But I think if somebody was doing my estate sale, I'd want to be there to see what they were getting and what was going on. But I also tell them they have to stay out of the situation because many a time the owner can get in the way and kill a sale. But I really always try to have some kind of refreshment. I've always been told that if you serve anything with sugar in it, people buy a lot. So I kind of depend on that to help me a little bit. But I try to serve coffee or iced tea or something southern.
Mm-hmm.
Southern, if I
Mm-hmm.
say.
Person, how do you decide when you need an appraisal?
Well, when we start out an estate sale and go meet with people, the first thing I tell them is, unless I think you've got things of extreme value, I don't want you to spend the money having an appraisal done unless the estate or the lawyer calls for it. But generally speaking, when I go into a sale, the fact that I've got an appraisal degree, it helps a lot because I can tell them where we ought to go with it, whether it's more than what we ought to put in the sale and go elsewhere with it, or put it on a website and put it all over the country and try to sell it that way. So it has been a tremendous advantage for me to be an appraiser. And I'm with the Appraisers Association of America. I'm in that organization, and they have been a great source for me in doing the business that I do.
Bernice, you are recognized around the nation by several organizations for all the work you do and being the most viewed on estatesales.net and estatesales.com. How do you manage keeping all that going and your website and all the social media?
I have wonderful people that work with me, and I also have been very blessed.
Another thing that sets you apart is your art history education from Vanderbilt. Can you tell me something about that?
Well, I studied art at Vanderbilt,
Okay.
art history, and
Uh-huh.
so I loved art all my life. So then after I did that, I got an appraisal license.
Okay.
And so now I'm an appraiser, so I can do both appraising and I do estate sales.
Okay.
So they have worked well together.
Bernice, tell me about the new organization for Estate Sales Association.
National Estate Sales Association. And that is a wonderful group that's just been formed that's going to help protect the client. And in this organization, you've got qualifications of your estate sale person, a group that will determine the fact of what you're looking for. Honesty, integrity, all those things that a person looking for a wonderful estate sale company, they will be qualified to do the things that I would hope that would protect the client. And that's why the organization was founded.
Bernice, you're not only well known in the community for your business, your estate sales business, but also for the things you do in the community. And one thing that the whole Nashville area looks forward to is the Christmas Village. And I know you and a friend were the founders of that. Can you tell us about it?
Barbara Frederick and I started that probably could have been 55 years ago. We just had this dream of what we could do to put together something that could help the Bill Wilson Hearing and Speech Center. And it has been a huge success. In fact, I think they're up to maybe about $9 to $10 million.
So tell me about Buddy.
Well, Buddy happens to be our little mascot.
Mm.
And we kind of use Buddy on some of our advertisement. We might say, have you had any Buddy sightings this week? And if you've had a Buddy sighting and tell us where you saw Buddy, then you might get a little bit extra discount at the sale. So we've used him for promotions and all sorts of little fun things. Now, Buddy doesn't stay at the sales long. He might come visit, but he doesn't stay. So I don't want anybody to think that Buddy is taking over the house. Just my house.
Well, what do you have to say, Miss Beth? Hello,